So, shalom.
We're back.
Das Vidania. And hola. And I have to learn how to say it in Arabic. Say hello in Arabic. You know how to say hello in Arabic? Okay. Anyway, howdy. Hi, how ya? Welcome back to the Menopausal View. I am Jay, and this is... Say your
Jen.
name.
Hi. Christine has already joined us.
Christine, welcome back, doll face. So, we got a couple things going on.
Couple things.
First of all, we would like to touch on the questions for the universe that we had a couple of our viewers from the last session ask us. We could not find cabinet bleachers.
Yeah, we have no idea what that is.
We don't know what those are, and there's no reference of, there's just bleachers. So, I don't know. Maybe they're calling it something else. I don't know. But, and then I found the inventor of the dumbwaiter is some dude who we really don't even need to go into him because it was invented in, what did I say?
100 years ago.
Nope. You're not listening.
I wasn't listening.
I talk and I talk and I talk and I talk.
She talks a lot, and I'm supposed to remember it all. I can't even remember my name.
So now I got to go back because now, see, I had that pulled up for the next thing. Now I got to go back. So the dumbwaiter inventor.
It's never good enough. I'm just never good enough for you, am I?
The dumbwaiter was invented by George W. Cannon, a New York City inventor. See, you learn something. I'm telling you guys, you stick with us long enough, you'll learn something.
You'll figure it out.
If you're ever on Jeopardy, you're going to be able to use this information. No problemo. So, it was invented, a dumbwaiter, for those that don't know what a dumbwaiter is, excuse me, it's a small freight elevator or lift intended to carry objects rather than people, which means, instead of somebody going up and down the steps, you stick it in there, hoist it up the steps, take it out on the other side. Dumbwaiters found within modern structures, including both commercial, public, and private buildings, are often connected between multiple floors, clearly. When installed in restaurants, schools, hospitals, retirement homes, or in private homes, the lifts generally terminate in the kitchen. It was popularized in the United States in the 1840s after the model of earlier dumbwaiters, known also as serving trays and lazy Susans. So now there's so much confusion here. We all know what the hell a lazy Susan is, and it was definitely not a dumbwaiter. Two different things. Lazy and dumb, two totally different entities. Anyway, so bottom line was that on January the 6th, 1883, Cannon later filed for the patent on in 1887, he filed for the patent. So, there you go. There's that. Now, I had other questions. I had other more concerning questions. Some more, I wanted to know, one of the questions I had was, who invented the bra and why? And I found my answer, unfortunately.
Monica joined us.
Hello, Monica, darling. So, wait a minute here. The inventor of the bra, excuse me, my nose is starting to itch, was a woman. Little did you know. I was certain that a man had invented it because it is cruel and unusual punishment. Her name was Caress Crosby. Isn't that an appropriate name for a bra?
But you know what?
Caress.
I bet you it was an answer to the bustiers. It was a replacement for the bustier. I will bet you money. Because that was cutting off women's circulation and making it so they couldn't breathe. And cutting their insides. So I bet you she made the bra.
So let's proceed. That is a very good notation there. So we're going to see because we're going to proceed with the reading here and see. So 100 years ago today, and I don't know what today is. November 3rd. So it's November 3rd, so you all know. The bra was invented on November the 3rd of, 100 years ago. 2014, so 100 years before that. Okay. 100 years ago today, Mary Phelps Jacobs received a patent for the garment she had invented while preparing to go to a dance. So where does caress come into this at? Because I clicked on caress. The bra, oh, it says here, so Mary Phelps Jacobs invented something, some kind of a garment before she went to a dance. The bra itself was not invented on November 3rd, 1914. Women have been binding and otherwise supporting their breasts for literally ages. The first bras may well date back to ancient Greece, where women would wrap bands of fabrics across their chest, tying and pinning them in the back. And the brassiere, as a widespread concept, the word comes from the French for upper arm. In general, thought to have originated with the de Beauvoir Company, which used the term in advertisements for its whalebone supported camisoles. Anybody would get underwiring, and that's the original underwire, I would assume, was made out of whalebone. So consider yourselves lucky, ladies, that we were born in this century. French, then as now, had a certain je ne sais quoi with English-speaking consumers. Vogue began talking about brassieres in 1907. In 1911, the world merited an entry in the Oxford English Dictionary. But the bra, the garment that lifts and separates via cups and straps.
Why does it have to separate? I don't want my boobs separated. I'm just going to throw that out.
Mine grew in separated, so I don't know. Mine grew in.
I did too.
Mine have never
I want
been.
cleavage. I don't have cleavage.
Mine grew in my armpits, so that should tell you what mine are looking like. Yeah. So anyway, let's see here. That became the world officially. It came to the world officially on November the 3rd, 1914. That was the day the United States Patent and Trademark Office granted a patent to Mary Phelps Jacobs for the garment she called a brassiere. Now, see, I want to know, but here now, what happened to Caress? I clicked on her name and this came up. Look at that,
Okay.
Caress Crosby.
Hang
Didn't
on.
I say?
Menesria
Yes, Ministria.
has joined us, and she's asked if we can speak French for her.
I unfortunately, Ministria, I am very limited. It is very, I'm sad. I'm sad because I know enough Spanish to get killed in Mexico.
And I know enough French to cuss you out.
I took 3 years of Spanish and 3 years of French. And you have to write it down for me to get. I can get the gist of a conversation in Spanish, but I never took French, and I'm so sorry because that would help some of our.
We are international. We are
International folks. Yes.
We are everywhere. We are all over the world. So
world renowned.
We are in Egypt. We are in
Algeria.
We're in
the UK. We're in Japan. We're in Australia. We're doing it.
We are everywhere. And it's funny that we don't have very many of our local people. Just saying. We are worldwide. And we need our local people to stand up.
It's all right. Like I said.
So here's some answers here. Hi, Destiny. Destiny and I went to high school together.
Oh, did you? Hey, Destiny.
So Christine Autry says, wasn't Playtex the one who decided we should have them separated? Girl, I don't know who decided they should be separated, but I don't want them separated because I have pit boobs. I don't have boobs. Yeah. I have pit boobs. I have to buy bras that have dooflotchies on the hoochie things right here on the side so that my boobs don't go underneath my arms when I stand up, okay? So why do I want it separated? I want them smooshed.
I have pancake boobs, so, you know, it is what it is. And then they're pancakes, and then they fan out like this. So they're actually, think of a seashell. Like the seashell that is like, they're upside down. It's like this, and they go like this. So, one nipple's pointing this way, another nipple's pointing this way.
I have the
They're
same.
not looking at each other.
I have an innie and an outie.
Mine are fraternals. They're not twins. They're fraternal.
Mine aren't even related.
Yeah.
They're not even related.
Yeah.
So, then let's see. Christine Autry said that it was Playtex that tagged it. Their tagline was "Lift and Separate," and the 18-hour bra. But you know
I don't
what?
want to do anything for 18 hours.
That's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't wear a bra for 18 hours.
Anything
I don't
for
want to wear it
18
for 5 minutes. Okay, I've had it on for at least 2 hours, and I'm already ready to like sling it across the room.
Right.
Let's see. So, let's see here.
I just want to say this. So, let me tell you what I'm eating right now. Jen, this is a nice segue. Jen cooked.
Ish.
Go ahead and tell them what you made, Jen. Go ahead and tell the people what they won.
So, I don't cook, but I use my air fryer and my
Crock
pot a lot. So I call it almost homemade because I'll buy a bunch of stuff that's already pre-made and I'll just throw it all together. So today we're having, can you see that? We're having, it was originally,
Can you see that, guys?
it was originally buffalo chicken soup from Ladles, which is like a soup and sandwich shop near us. They have like pints of soup you can buy, and I freeze them, and then I live on them, and I make stuff with them. So today I made some dip, Buffalo Ranch dip, and with some Tostitos.
So I'm going to say this. It's actually very good. I would not want this as a soup. Jen was right to turn this into a dip. It needs just a little bit more bulk, like it needs a little bit more shredded chicken to it. But it's got a very good flavor. It's not like it's overpowered. So clearly, she got it pre-made. So I've been sitting here trying to figure like what's in it. So I'm guessing that there's
hot sauce.
There is hot sauce. And it tastes like Frank's hot sauce. Honestly, it tastes like it tastes like Frank's hot sauce. Then it tastes like
that might be why Sean likes it so much, because he loves Frank's hot sauce. He will pour that stuff on by the gallon on everything.
Like they say you put that shit on everything. That's their tagline. Cream of chicken soup, I'm guessing. Salt, pepper, and garlic. That's about all I got from it. And a little bit of shredded chicken. They did sprinkle a little bit of shredded chicken in here. And then she put in to make it into a dip. She made it into, hey Jackie, hey sissy. She turned it into a dip. She put cream cheese with it. And mixed it and heated it all up. And it's actually
too hot for me. It's too spicy. The Frank's Red Hot is too much for me.
I didn't
It's
taste
hurting
the
my
spice.
stomach, and I'm
And
barely.
it's not like that orange. So I'm thinking that there's not a whole lot of hot sauce in here to begin with, because it's not hot at all to me.
But it's hurting my stomach. But her chili didn't hurt me.
The chili that was super spicy,
Nothing.
She gets nothing. Oh no.
So what I think that it's the Frank's Red Hot that bothers my stomach.
That could be it.
I really do. So anyway, I will be maybe sharing more of
Her culinary prowess.
my somewhat homemade foods, because that's just how I roll.
How she rolls.
That's what I like to do. So we have a couple things we want to talk about really quick, but one thing I want to get out of the way really fast. I want to make sure that there's not a misconception about our show, The Menopausal View. We've had a lot of comments, questions, stuff like that regarding menopausal health. And while we don't mind investigating that information,
I love investigations.
we do. We are not doctors, and we cannot diagnose and we cannot prescribe. We are not set up as a support group. We are not set up as a health service. We're like The View, only we are menopausal, and we figure other people are menopausal too, and we'll get what we're talking about.
Right. We're all in this together, ladies. So here's the thing. I love research and stuff. You got a question about something, I'll try to look up the answers as best I know. Or I can tell you what I've done
Right.
to combat, or Jen can tell you what she's done to combat this, but really, we're still in the middle of it. Menopause typically lasts about 13 years. I'm dead center in the middle of it. So,
I'm trying to
What are you
sneeze.
trying to
I'm
do?
trying to sneeze.
I thought you were going to vomit. I'm like, why are you making a throw up face?
I'm trying to sneeze. So sorry.
So, so anyway, like I said, we get a lot of questions about, what would you do about this? Have you ever tried that? And I can tell you, like, one of our questions, was it Premarin? Premarin. So one of our viewers asked us, have we ever tried Premarin? Because the doctor suggested she get some because and this happens during menopause. And if you haven't reached this point, just wait. Like I said, typically, all of us go through the same thing at some point in time or another, just a matter of when you get it. So I guess it helps with vaginal dryness. Like if you're having problems with your hoo-ha getting lubricated enough, or that sex is painful for you. So evidently, that has actually helped our viewer. And she was wanting to know, had anyone else used that too? And if you feel comfortable, chime in if you've used it. I mean, we're all girlfriends here. We can talk about it, right? You can't talk about it here. Really can't talk about it anywhere.
And you know what? After I answered her, I thought about it, and I actually found a bottle of the Premarin that I
had in fact taken
I had in fact tried it. My doctor recently put me on something called estrase or estradiol, and I am so sensitive to estrogen that it was no bueno. It was absolutely not bueno. No.
But keep in mind, and like I said, I haven't tried any of it. She's sensitive to everything.
I am.
So that's really not a good. Like I said,
I'm
check
worst
with
case
your doctor,
scenario.
See what they think. If you are,
However, I do have a suggestion that both my doctor, my OBGYN uses, and my vaginal wall therapist uses, and I even brought it out for show and tell.
the Costco size version of lubricant.
This is slippery stuff, personal lubricant gel, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies. And this you can get on Amazon. This is 32 fluid ounces.
That's a lot of lube.
32 fluid ounces. I think it's like $24.
You got to really be going at it like rabbits to go through that.
You use it every day too. You can use this every day for personal.
Why would I want to lube up every day though?
Just because it gets uncomfortable if you're extremely dry. It can be very painful. You're not in that place. Some of us are.
Now I have questions.
Okay.
That comes in a hand pump. Are you supposed to take it in your hand and cup your hand like this and jam it up in there?
You can.
What are you doing? What are you doing
You
with
can
it?
do it like that.
Or you get the little thing with that comes with the monostat cream.
I don't have time for that
We know
crap.
what the
I just
monostat
don't
cream
have time
is,
with
don't we?
that.
Don't we, ladies? The little syringy thing.
I'm just.
That you fill it with that and then you inject
I
it like a
think
turkey
you can
baster.
actually get those with that. I think you can get smaller bottles.
You can
of
get the
this
turkey
with the
baster.
turkey baster. I personally don't need to do that because I don't have time for all that.
So you're just, because see, that's the thing. I would think that if you're squeezing it out of your hand, you're trying to jam it up in there, you're only going to hit the surface. You're only going to basically, because unless I'm just saying.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Just saying
You
that-
gotta do what you gotta do.
I don't want to
Just
fork
saying.
myself every morning. I don't want to do that. So I think that if it comes to that point where I feel like I need extra help with my lubrications,
there's a question.
I would think that I would get a turkey baster. Anyway, go ahead.
So Christine Autry asked about coconut oil for lube. So here's the thing. Some people have nut allergies, and coconut oil can cause, because you're putting it inside of your body, it can cause an even worse reaction. So unless you're absolutely positive that there's no way that you're allergic, don't use coconut oil. some people can't even put it on topically, even if they're
But
not
I mean,
allergic.
if you're asking, clearly you're not allergic to
But-
nuts.
but here's
Don't-
the-
so here's the thing: don't use nut products
if you're allergic,
to nuts.
But here's
and I'm gonna say that because really, let's talk about this here. I think if y'all use some common sense, Christine, not you. I'm not talking about you, and I'm not talking about you. Clearly, you don't have a nut allergy. But if y'all use some common sense here too.
But not everybody knows they have
that's
a
what I'm
nut
saying.
allergy.
I want y'all to think. I want y'all to think first before you use something. Don't say the Menopausal View recommended almond extract and coconut oils and peanut oil and all this other stuff, and you're like, I slathered my whole body in it, but I'm allergic to peanuts. Then you're a dumbass.
but
I'm
here's-
sorry, and I'm sorry. I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
But here's
okay?
the other thing that people don't understand is that coconut oil, while it is a great lubricant for both your skin and your other parts,
It's great for everything.
Here's
Coconut
the
oil is
thing:
great for
you
everything.
have to be careful about it. If you have eczema, it can actually make eczema worse. They say it's good for eczema, but everyone that I have seen that has eczema who's used coconut oil on it has made it worse. It makes it worse. So you have to use your own sense, your own
brain.
Use your brain.
Use your brain. Use your brain powers. And Google is your friend.
If
So-
we can Google it, you can too.
If we can go right, that's all we're doing. Because, like I said, if I haven't tried something, I'm gonna look it up and say, "Hey, what's been the outcome for some of this stuff?" You know, there's a lot of stuff I haven't tried.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Premarin was more of a natural based stuff. But from what I understand, the more natural you can go, the better it is for your body. So coconut oil is not something that's naturally produced by your body. So it may not be something you want to put inside of your body there. So if it has more ingredients than water, you have to be really careful about the ingredients. From what I'm understanding from my doctors is that you have to be really careful that it stays as natural as possible, as close to your natural body chemistry as possible.
And that makes sense because your body doesn't like foreign stuff. And it's going to fight foreign stuff. You know what I mean?
Christine, if you're dealing with some eczema, try some
Oatmeal.
castor oil. Castor oil. I'm not saying that it's the cure-all, but castor oil and tea tree oil may help your eczema. That's what I use on my skin. I'm not saying that that's the cure-all, but that's what I use.
Have you tried the and I'm sure you have if you have eczema, you've tried the oatmeal soaps also.
I'm allergic to oatmeal, so that's why I can't use.
I'm not talking to you, lady. I'm not talking to her at all about any have you okay.
And
Christine,
also, and,
have you tried oatmeal soap?
oh,
Because this
have you
one's
tried-
allergic to
have you
everything.
tried
Like if
black-
I sit here and stare at her for 5 minutes, she'll break out in a rash.
Have you tried black Egyptian soap?
I have actually.
That stuff is like some serious crack right there. I love that stuff. That stuff I'm not allergic to.
Yeah, the black soap that we get is actually made by a little Jamaican dude in Florida.
And you haven't
And
sent me any.
so I didn't know that you wanted some.
I
But
love
when
it.
I say it cleared up my daughter's, my granddaughter's, she's breaking out acne. Skin became as smooth as a baby's behind. And he makes it from home. And I'm sure that there's other places like, that GNC and stuff like that. Black soap is great for eczema too.
It's great for
but it's like it's that shea butter, like that kind of stuff like that, that's natural stuff. So
And Dee pointed out a really good thing. Anything with sugar content or anything that's not natural is not good to use. It will cause bacteria and will cause... Sugar is terrible for the yeasty beasties in your mouth, in your girl parts, in your belly, in your gut. So watch...
yet we enjoy it so much.
We
don't
do.
we, ladies?
And-
don't we?
Yes, the black soap is African black soap. And there's also, you also want to, for some of the menopausal symptoms that you're dealing with, I think Julie made some comments. Some of the things that I try to watch out for when I'm feeling especially sluggish is I stay away from gluten. I try to stay away from dairy, which is the hardest one for me right now because that's where my protein sources are pretty much right now. I try to eat more vegetables and fish, no sugar. Soy can be really, it can either be exactly what your body needs or it can be exactly what it doesn't need. It depends on where you are in that menopause and whether or not your body needs the soy or the estrogen, that because that's what soy is estrogen. Whether or not I just stay away from it altogether and just no soy.
I'll do a little bit of soy because I cook, I use a little bit of soy periodically when I cook, but like when I feel like doing like Meatless Monday is tomorrow, ladies, on Dinner with Spice. Just saying. So we're gonna do something. But I do like it. Plus, I like the what is that? It's called. It's not the Beyond Meat. Morningstar's Veggie Crumbles. They're soy. They're amazing. We were talking about food again. I don't know. We were talking about coochies a minute ago. I'm sorry. I digress. I got hungry. We started talking about soy. I got hungry. So anyway.
You want the rest of my stuff?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
It's too spicy for my belly.
That's very unfortunate. But anyway, like I said, we are not doctors. You have to do your due diligence because everybody's body is different. And so what might work for me might not work for you.
And we're so different, so completely different. Just general health and what she can eat and what she can put on her body and what I can eat and what I can put on my body are completely different things. So you have to do your due diligence. You have to figure out, you have to test, you have to talk to your doctor, you have to talk to your therapist, you got to talk to the actual smart people. Mm-hmm. All we can do is tell you what we do.
Yes.
And that's the best that we can do.
Correctamundo.
So those were some of the things we wanted to get out of the way. We did have another question that we wanted to address about gentlemen who are dealing with their spouses going through menopause. Let me just be as simple as I can possibly be in answering this question for you. You do not look at her wrong. You do not breathe at her wrong. Do not correct her. Do not talk to her unless you're spoken to. You say, yes, dear. Yes, my love. You bring her flowers. You bring her chocolate. You cook for her. You clean for her. And she may not kill you. It's that simple.
And you do it for 13 years.
Yes. There is no other way. There is
no other way.
Because we can't control what is happening with our body. We cannot control what is happening with our brain. We cannot control, it is an actual chemical imbalance that is happening inside of our brain, inside of our bodies, and our bodies are just like, what?
Yeah.
And that's why we're having hot flashes 1 second and freezing the next second. She's freezing, I'm hot flashing, I'm freezing, she's hot flashing. Right. We're never the same at the same time. I don't know why we haven't synced up yet.
And I always have to poop. I just want to say that. There's never a time when I don't have to poop. There's never a time. Like, you could say, Joss, go poop right now. I'm on it. I'm on top of it. I'm already in front of it.
I don't have too much of a problem with that myself.
Yeah.
So there is literally, you just have to take on the patience of a saint.
So
and then bend some more.
Right. And I'm going to say this too because I touched on it that
yes,
same
I'm
day
very
in the video.
sensitive to smells. I've always been sensitive to smells. I am even more so now.
Yes. I'm going to say this too. Ladies, you're going through menopause, and we know, like, when we come down off of one of our rants or rage, the unsolicited rage, it's like, oh, you didn't wipe the stove up again! And so, right. Remember, thank your family. Thank your
when
spouse.
You're not raging.
Thank your children. And say, hey, guys, I know this is rough. I'm so sorry. And I love you guys. When you're having a mania moment, instead of the bipolar moment, when you're having a good moment, stop your family and say, hey, guys, you know what? I know I'm difficult, and I know I'm sorry. And I can't say I'm sorry, but I'm going to change, because chances are
it ain't gonna happen.
It's not going to happen for a while until I get through this. But while I'm going through it, Thank you for riding this out with me. I love you guys. Constantly beat that, because people leave you during menopause. That's a true story. Husbands will divorce
back in
you.
the day, they used to put women who were going through menopause in the insane asylum.
Yeah, true story. True story.
Insane asylum.
And I can see how I have not gotten into, I'm going to say a little more than, I'm not quite to the halfway point through menopause. Not quite to the halfway point.
Now, my mom only had it for a year.
Then that's some impressive stuff. My mother had it for the full 13. And I think my mother might still be menopausal. She's 82.
Now,
she still is having some of the symptoms.
My doctor said it can last anywhere from a year to the rest of your life. There was no, I never heard the 13-year mark.
My doctor said
they said
it's
1 year,
on
2
average.
years, 5 years, 10 years, or for the rest of your life. I never heard the 13 mark.
My doctor said on average, we're in it for about 13. And that makes sense because...
She calls it Linzilla. Lynn Barney calls it Linzilla.
Yes, that's about right.
Yes.
Because you figure from about the time you turn 40, you start declining with your estrogen levels. And then you figure that by the time you're 52, 53, you're pretty much done with it at that point. Because you stop having periods and stuff like that. See, I had a hysterectomy.
So did I.
don't have to worry about that anymore. When I say that's the best thing, that's one thing I will recommend. If you're able to get a hysterectomy, get a hysterectomy.
Not necessarily, because your bowel and your bladder can prolapse, and it can cause
trying to
even more
tell
problems.
you that this has been the best thing that's ever happened to me. Sickly over here. I'm telling you, something
Sickly,
weird
don't
happens
call
with
me
her
sickly.
every time she goes. There'll be a rash there tomorrow. Watch. Shut up. I'm telling you guys, not having periods anymore has changed my life. But I'll tell you, when I was going through all this fibroid stuff and all this other stuff, they put me on Lupron. Now, Lupron will make you, when I say beyond crazy, because it takes you to full-blown menopause. You're not having periods anymore. You have I would have hot flashes so bad that it was like somebody came in the middle of the night and dumped somebody else's sweat onto me in the bed. Like, I would wake up where I could wring sweat out of my nightgown. That's how disgusting it was. I would get up and I could see where my body was on the sheet because it was covered. There was a sweat outline. It was disgusting.
I'm still there.
It was the rage. My husband and I would be on the phone and I would he'd say something and I'd want to crush my phone in my hand, and it's like, then there was still that little voice, because you don't hear your good voices during menopause, by the way. They're completely silent.
They're gone.
They're gone.
They
But I
have
can
been
feel-
tramped down and
Right.
broken.
Right. They put your good voices in a trunk and sealed it. And I could hear her in the trunk saying, don't crush the phone because you're broke and you don't have enough money to replace the phone. That's the only thing to save that telephone that day. I'm telling you right now. So, like I said, try different methods of trying to make it through. We're all just trying to make it through this together. That's the best that we can. We're just trying to help other sisters that are going through foolishness. But we are not. So here's the thing. We're not a support group. We don't have meetings.
And we don't have all the answers.
And then we don't hardly have any answers, because we're just too
figuring
fat.
it out.
We're fat and we're sweaty too.
And we're eating, and we just don't give a flying.
Right. So like maybe when I get to the end of this, then we'll say, oh, we're experts because we've mastered this. We figured out every in and out of menopause. We are not there yet by a long stretch.
But we just figured that there was other people out there who would get our sense of humor.
Right.
Because we no longer care.
We're here for the laughs. We're here for the jokes.
We are. We're here for some topics, know.
Right.
General what have yous.
And there's plenty of support groups out here on Facebook. Let me just say that there's plenty. If you genuinely need support and need to meet up and talk to people and talk it over, if you're really struggling like that, look up some support groups for menopause. Absolutely. Get help wherever you can. So
that's just one of the things that we want to talk about. I also wanted to tell you.
I'm just chomping at the bit to get into this.
Go ahead and do it. Let's just go ahead.
No, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
No, because we were going to talk about something else.
Snow.
Yeah, there was snow and there was one other thing. The flat earth.
Yeah, because you didn't go. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know. You have to lead this because I don't know what we're talking about here.
So we can...
I mean, I know what flat earthers
If
are
we
talking
do this,
about.
are we going to wash our face first? I have face washers.
Yeah, that's
washers.
fine. We can.
I don't know what this
wanna
is.
grab 'em?
We have no idea what this is.
Okay. Can I introduce this?
Yeah.
As best to the best
To the
of my ability.
Go.
Okay.
Go.
So as you guys know, we get products. Jen and I order different products, and we like to try different products. Now she's good for buying stuff that is advertised on some of these little Facebook ads.
Which is why I've had to be better with my credit cards lately.
Right. So today she has these dudes. Now these dudes, the only thing that is in English on this, it says compressed facial mask. Now it's, what is this? Lanilla compressed facial mask. Here it is. So the rest of it is in either Japanese, Chinese, I don't know. Could be Korean, Vietnamese, we don't know. Those are the directions, all in the foreign language. All that we know, and look, and it's a compressed facial mask with two pandas, with a polar bear and a teddy bear, and they're hugging it out, and they're men, and they're male. Those are male. He's got on a bandana. So I'm not really sure how that ties into this being a facial mask. And then, so these little pods that they have inside of here. This just tickles me to no end. All right. You guys know I cut everything with my teeth. That's why. Okay. We're not even sure how to use these things. So these are the little pods that come in it.
You're going to have to get it wet. We have to get it wet.
Well, clearly we have to get it wet because, so that's a little pod that it comes in, and that's the little, it almost looks like, I hope that it's one of those wash rags that blows up suddenly. So
we have a little, we
so
have
we
a
have
bowl
two of them,
water.
yes. So we have a bowl of water. So we're going to take off our makeup first.
I say we put one in there and see what it is first, and then we take our makeup off.
Okay. So,
Please don't spill.
or is there any way that we can lean that down without it tipping over, or is it going to tip over? Because I kind of want to see how the people see how this is. Okay, there we go. All right. So, guys, this is the little thing that came in the thing here.
It looks like a
little
giant pill.
It looks like one of those pregnancy pills. You know what I'm talking. Okay, so here we go. We're going in with the water here. Oh, look at that.
Growing.
What is this? What is it? Has it stopped? Okay, that was anticlimactic.
I expected it to like pop
Me
open
too.
and like have like.
Man, it is a wet paper towel.
No, it's not.
It is too. It had, when I say this is a wet paper towel, it's a wet paper towel, Jen.
No, it's not.
It is too. I don't know.
Does it at least have eye holes?
Yes. It's a paper towel with the, it's a paper towel with the face cut out of it.
Yeah, but it's got to have something on it, right?
Jen,
Does it have something on
feel
it?
this. This is a paper towel. Feel that. Isn't it a paper towel?
Well, I don't know. It might have something on it.
Oh, it's got a mouth hole too. Okay. All right.
It has no smell.
There's literally no smell to this, which tells me this is just a wet paper towel. So I'm not going to wait. I'm not taking off my makeup for this. Hey, sit the thing up. Sit the thing up. We're going to... Wait a minute. I'm trying to get it on right here.
Maybe it'll help Mrs. Mustachio.
Mrs. Mustachio, she doesn't need any assistance. She is a woman about her own affairs.
Oh my god, that's hysterical. Paper towel face.
It's a paper towel. It's a wet paper towel.
You
And
look-
it's a cold wet paper towel.
You look kind of scary. And it's not even staying on your face.
It doesn't stick to your face at all because it's just a wet paper towel.
What the heck, man? I'm so disappointed. I expected greatness. It's from China.
And whose nose holes is this big? Who needs this much nose room? Like I said, there's nothing on. There's.
Lynn Barney says now all you need is a machete.
That in my mouth. Yeah. Yep. This is a disappointment.
And
China.
your makeup is still perf.
Hard candy. I'm telling you, that's where it's at. So what I am going to do is just to wipe up the counter, the water that I spilled earlier. We're just going to use that to kind of blot that.
Well, that was a waste of money.
I feel like the little rags that blow up would have been more entertaining.
Yeah.
That is a letdown. China, what is going on?
What the hell are these?
What the hell are these?
I mean, they're cute, but that's it. Okay, so I have a question for all y'all.
I'm glad I didn't take my makeup off. for
Me
all
too.
this.
Me too. So I have a question. I really, like for real, really, am looking for a makeup artist that does the Chinese makeup.
Where they transform the whole face. Like, so at the end
They're
of it, like, this here's gone.
and then
Like, this
and
is
then
all
their whole
held up
face,
here.
and they're a different person.
Totally different person. We need somebody that can instruct us on
Yeah.
how to do that because we're going to turn it like the tape. Did you get the tape or did you not get the tape?
I've got it.
She has tape that are supposed to take care of your hooded lids, but I don't know how this is supposed to work. So we're going to see in just a moment.
I don't
here.
know if it'll work over our makeup. So, but anyway, if you
Oh, look, it's from China too.
if you know somebody
there, too.
who can teach us, who can walk us through the makeup, the Chinese or the Japanese, the Asian makeup, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful because I don't know what exact race it is, but I want to know how to do that. I want to know how to change the entire shape of my face
Or just if you're a makeup artist, you don't even have to be.
that knows how to
Asian.
do all that.
Just-
that has the tape
yeah.
and all, because they sculpt their nose. They have actual sculpty on their nose, and they've changed the shape of their face to a heart shape, and they've gotten rid of their jawline. And I want to know how they do that.
How they do that.
I want.
Where are you putting the extra face? Because I've taped my face before.
Well, that's my question. That's what I'm like. Where does it all go? I mean, is it in your hair?
Like, if I could just take this and move this, shift.
Well, I'm just like, if I do that, I look stupid. I don't want to.
I don't know.
It just makes my cheeks look fatter.
I don't know.
So I need to know how we can get somebody who can help us learn how to do that.
Otherwise, you are leaving it up to me to watch a tutorial, and then we just do what we can.
And figure it out.
And that could end up being painful for one of us. So,
Or both of us.
Yes.
Most likely both of us.
Most likely, yeah. So, but she did get this, and of course, all the instructions. So let me read you the instructions. This is a Z apostrophe. Zorea, but it's fancy. You know that everything is fancy when it has an apostrophe where it doesn't belong after a consonant. So this does actually have it in Chinese, I guess, but underneath it. So let me read you what the instructions say. Number 1, with medical materials, comma, no stimulation to skin. Number 2, good viscosity, clingy eyelid. Natural this isn't even a word. Erisimilitude. Erisimilitude. Verisimilitude. Double fold eyelid to you. Well, I'm glad it's to me and not to somebody else. Contact not reflective. Radiant natural fit. Number 4. Easily colored, waterproof, and sweat-proof makeup lasting. That's that.
You know what I think about
Still no instructions.
when you read that? I wonder if all those people that I'm responding to in the private messages that send us messages in Facebook.
Oh, and then we respond in their language, if that's how we sound.
If that's how we
probably.
sound to them.
And I'm sorry, we do the best we can. We're using these translators, so you know.
I spend money on a translator just for you guys so that we can figure it out. Are we going to open
If
this?
you get a response from me, it's because I've Googled translate this. I don't even know what language it is a lot of times. I'll just put it into the translator and then it'll tell me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the question. Okay, I'll respond this way. So, I mean, I'm sorry. If it comes across, I'm not multilingual.
Oh, look,
I do
it's
try, though.
shaped like a heart.
That's just precious.
It's a tape
It's a roll of tape?
dispenser. Yeah.
Let's tear off a little piece and just see what we can do.
Sure.
Just a little piece. A little dab will do you. Uh-oh, that's not a little piece. Oh, it's got markings on it.
There's like, I think there's like 4 to thing. Maybe?
We're sorry, ladies. We're investigating.
So this is what it looks like.
Yeah, so this is not actually the piece of tape. Like, this is not sticky. This part right here is not sticky. So, oh, these little things, they peel off. Look at that. Wait a minute. Where are we at? See, that's what it is here. Now I feel like I need a mirror here now. So,
I took
just
my
gonna
mirror
put-
out of here.
I'm just going to put it somewhere. I'm just going to put it anywhere. I'm just gonna put it somewhere.
How'd you get that off of there?
Does it look any different than the other eye?
Which one did you put it on?
Clearly
No.
not then. No.
How'd you...
Is it on there? No, it did fall off. Is it on there? Where is it? I've lost it. Where is it? I feel it. I think.
Let me see.
I got it. What? Let me see. Where you got it at? Okay, I will say this. If we could figure out how to use these, you can't tell that they're there. You can't see it because I can't see it other than the fact that you've got it lifted a little bit.
Are they?
Yeah. There's like a little lift to it, but other than that, you can't see what it is. This is very interesting.
Maybe we need to use more than one.
We need to watch a video. I think we need to watch a YouTube tutorial on how to put these up. Because like I said, maybe you got to tape, like keep taping. They're not very sticky. I should say that.
All right, I'm just going to do like 3 of them over here.
I'm intrigued. I don't think you're supposed. I think you're supposed to tape it up.
I did.
No, you taped it across.
No.
I think you're supposed to tape
no,
it
it goes
up.
in your crease.
Why? Why would
Because
you put
that's
it in
where
your
it's
crease?
shaped like your crease.
But you're not holding anything up. If you just put it across there, you're not holding anything up. I would think you would go like at an angle to try to hold the fat up. You know what I mean? Well, we're going to stick a pin in this project here because this is worth getting to the bottom of.
Well, I think it opened up this eyeball a little bit.
I do not.
I do.
I don't think so. I think that you're projecting.
I think it worked.
I think that it's projecting.
I think it worked.
projecting.
I
I don't
think it
think-
was magical because this one's like,
No. I'm sorry.
now I got
Sorry.
stickers on my eyes.
She does. But I don't think that worked. I'm just gonna say that. So
Can you see them?
anyway.
Hang on.
We're going to do our homework. We're going to do our homework. And we're going to come back at a later date, at a time to be determined in the future. And we will have mastered the use of this. I don't
Are
think
you
can really
sure?
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. All right. We've done all we can, ladies. You know, some products we try and they're great. Some products we try, not so much. But I think these are worth looking into. Figure out how to use them.
I want to see the ones where they like actually sculpt their nose.
Yeah, that's some artistry type stuff. I'm really not interested in that. I want to do the face thing with the tape. Because that seems like that's a lot. Like anybody could do that. Not so much with the nose thing. But, yeah. So, there's that.
I want to see all of it. I want to completely be a different human being.
There's a German lady that has a really, really good video, but she yells at you in German the whole time. It's very aggressive. It's very aggressive. But if you know German, you know. And you get the gist of it from what she's doing. I mean, you usually watch along.
So if there's any English-speaking people who know how to do this Asian makeup where they tape everything and sculpt everything, please get them in contact with us. We'd love to have them on the show to teach us how to do that.
Oh, Jess. Oh, Jess.
We would love that.
My ears are itching, which means that somebody is talking crap about me.
It's not me.
So, yeah. Anyway.
And nobody's like talked to us here for a few minutes, so
It's okay.
they're either laughing uproariously and they're not paying attention to us, which is very disappointing.
And that's, you know what, that's par for the course too.
Rude.
Anywho, I think that we've come as far as we can go here. I do. Do you?
All right.
Alrighty, real. So, I have to go home and cook. So, on tonight's menu, Dinner with Spice, we're going to be making, clearly because my daughter, in all of her pregnancy glory, she kind of calls the shots as far as the meals are concerned. So, we're doing turkey kielbasa with cabbage and mashed potatoes. So, if you'd like to tune into that later on, you flip over there.
According to Christine, itchy ears are also part of the menopause, according to her allergy doctor.
The what?
The itching ears.
Could very well be.
So
and the partial deafness in the left ear. That is also a magical thing that took place too.
So if you haven't done so already, please share this video.
And go to YouTube and subscribe and
we
like,
need
share,
subscribers.
So, but I am of the place where do it because you want to, not because we're begging. Because I don't like to beg people to do anything.
I don't mind.
Like I said, begging. If you enjoy us, do us a solid. You know, there you go. Anywho, that's that. And
plus, we put content on there that we don't put on here.
Very true. Very true. So, do you have any final words for the people?
No. I think I'll do another video on YouTube before the end of the day, though.
Okay, very good. Very good. Good indeed. That is most magical. All right. Well,
so, stay flabulous.
Stay flabulous.
We love you.
We love you long time.
Hasta la vista.
Peace out.